Hello, YouTube. We are back with another podcast, and this podcast will be a ton more serious than the last one due to the fact that there are some serious accusations, disgusting stuff that popped up, and I'm going to shed some light on it. So before we begin, I'd like to actually introduce our guests, so everyone say hello.
Hola.
YouTube.
Hello.
Alright, so let's dive right into this. So currently, I think his name is Albert or Albrecht, the same guy. AlbertHellerium is being accused of child predation and similar things, sending nudes to 13-year-olds, yada yada. There's a huge document on it, about 40 pages long. There's pictures of it, tons and tons of pictures. There's a lot of people that have fallen victim to this guy. And I've looked into it. The guy is actually 22 years old. He's had a history of this kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. This guy is not some ironic, hearsay kind of thing. It's worse than General John. So that being said, let's get right into this. So he actually leads the imperial state of the Hellerium regime, and he used to lead a group called the Galactic Crimson Empire, and his username on Roblox is AlbertHellerium. His Discord is, I think, Albert the Faithful. So let's get started. So currently, what group does Albert lead currently?
So, his current project is the Imperial State of the Hellenian regime, which started in early January 2019 and has now grown to almost 1.5 thousand members,
I see.
and has multiple divisions.
Okay. Emmanuel, what do you know about him?
He started this group in December of 2019. He has a history in the Roblox community
Okay.
genre groups.
Combe, what do you know about him?
Essentially, again, as I've stated, late 2019, he's got a bit of influence in the community, but it doesn't look like he's got too much. But
Yeah. Well, he's relevant to the point where like half the War2 community is literally unifying against him. So, that being said, yeah, he used to lead some Galactic Crimson Empire. 2 years ago, he led an SCPF group, and today he leads a group called the Imperial State of the Hellerium Regime, which is basically a Germanic revenge of their game today. And they're basically a bunch of wereabouts, a bunch of Wehrmacht wannabes that go around and play German songs and whatnot. Which, that being said, it's just a bunch of edgelord stuff. So, that being said, what are his previous projects? Because all I know about him is he used to lead a SCPF group. What do you guys know about his past?
He told me a couple months back that he had this account called Vicarus Hellerium, which in RP wise he treats it as his father or something,
Right.
or I don't remember, but I know he said that he wants to go up and have his title as an emperor, because for now he's just a king, which is, I don't really know.
Right.
I don't know much about the Galactic Crimson Empire, which is the only lead I have on his past projects. I don't know about his SCPF project. The group currently has almost 1.2k members.
Right.
Most of like all of them are E1s and E2s, so the group is definitely dead.
Mhm.
And I think that's it for his past projects that I have found out.
I see. Yeah. I don't really know much about him myself. He just I go to my DMs with him actually. He called me a submissive little bitch, and I'm not a true leader and all this other stuff. From what I know about his past history with me, but 2 weeks ago, he contacted me and said that, or no, I don't know who he contacted Dylan, I think, and he tried to have an alliance with the Richters and the Helleriums. I don't really know much or care much about. They're one of those dynasties that were kind of just there, and so my past with them is kind of vague. But that being said, you know, now that this situation popped up, his relevancies went up by like a 1 to a 10 because of how bad this is, and it's not a good relevancy to have. The relevancy he has right now is just because of all the stuff he's did that are just terrible, terrible stuff. So that being said, because we talk a lot about how he's done all these bad, disgusting things, but what are some of the things that he's actually done, described to Albert, that we can say are actually illegal or disgusting? would you all think or talk about?
I mean, he's essentially grooming children and going on for that to get nudes with 13-year-olds. God knows what age he actually
Yeah,
went down to.
it's told
I mean,
as young as 8, which is disgusting.
8.
Yeah, as young as
Okay,
8.
now
It's
8
disgusting.
years old. Exactly. It's fucking outrageous.
You know, there's cases where there's like a guy and he's like 17 and he did it with like a 14-year-old and it's iffish. It's not as bad. But when it's like an 8-year-old and like a 23-year-old, that's disgusting. That's like not
Exactly.
even that's not even legal in Afghanistan, I don't think, you know? That's how bad it is. Not even in third world
Yeah.
countries is that it's just so like why? Why would you do that? And you don't have any excuse. There's no excuse for that kind of behavior. And not only that, but he's just what else has he done? Do you guys know of?
I'm not too sure about any other allegations aside from the
Yeah.
child sexual abuse, but
Yeah. I was looking
Yeah.
at the document and there's like stuff about apparently he was sending pictures of someone. He was receiving pictures too. Like who would even send him? Apparently here he has tons of pictures on his phone and he was caught when he was 16 with these pictures, but he has
Mm.
tens of
I
thousands
heard
of
he
them
was
now.
sentenced to 4 years in prison or something like that.
I don't think he was sentenced. I think he was just put on a list and that was it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. In the Discord, there is a picture of probably not, maybe not him, since he's most likely maybe him, maybe not, with a thermometer. I don't remember if exactly. I think I don't want to have that in my memory. I think it was a thermometer in his dick, and
yeah.
this with a caption of that he has a corona or something.
Yeah,
That was
there's
sent to
Hmm.
his former first prince, basically crown prince in
yeah.
Hellerium terms.
Yeah. I've seen and heard a lot of stuff. I've seen some bad stuff. Like the amount of proof that there is on this guy is there's just so much of it. And it's so concrete. Um that being said, it's really disgusting. All the pictures and things he's both sent and received. Um and how old were some of these victims? They were 8, 13, 14, 15. And he's like 23, 22. There's like an actual picture of him.
Xander, we have to add to that. There's a picture of something else discussing in the Discord, and the victim of that was 9 years old.
Oh my god.
Yeah. 9 years old.
Yes.
Fucking
Jesus.
hell.
Yeah. My god. I'll make sure to try and show someone's evidence on the at the end of the podcast or whatever, but wow. And there's like a picture of him too. He didn't have to have a selfie of his and he sent it and it has like a I don't know.
He's not. Yeah, he's not a pretty man.
It's sexual deviancy in its purest form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't look like a normal sane person. So it looks like someone that could be a sexual predator.
It was said that 16 or 20 label sex offender possessing pictures and I heard there was records on it. Like there was an actual records where if you look it up, but his name was spelled wrong or something. You know, do you guys have the records for that or anything similar? Did you guys for looking up his name or?
Take a look and see what I can find just now.
Yeah,
Not really.
because I was told
Let
that there was some records out there rather,
Hmm.
about that. And if we have evidence of that somewhere, that will prove a lot more to a lot of the community because the community doesn't even really know about this. It's mostly just us and Zophiel and all the other leaders that know about it. It's really just a leadership thing. This regular people that are in the community don't really know about this that much, and they should. But people are going to ask questions. They're not just going to follow this as actual evidence. They're going to want actual concrete evidence that this guy is an unironic pedo. And
also,
yeah,
if the AlbertHellerium is his, that is definitely an alternate account things. If we look at his profile, AlbertHellerium or AlbertHellerium, his only past username is totally not a rose.
Huh. Interesting. Hold on.
I've searched up his name. I can't seem to find anything. I don't know if you said earlier it's been spelt wrong or something like that. But
Yeah, name was
typing up his
spelled
normal
wrong.
name.
Like when they put the record in, they spelled his name wrong or something. So now you can't find it. But apparently it's in there. So I'll send a team
Uh,
out and try to find it. Get a team to find the name and get it out there. But in the meantime, just stay away from this guy if you're not his age, because this is if
I
you're his
look
age, he's dangerous. This guy doesn't need
I
any.
looked up AlbertHellerium and there's some Rome thing, a cadet something. I don't know what. I think it's a uniform. Yes. Some dress apparently. More SCP stuff. Apparently, what very weird websites and yeah, and it all has Albrecht. Hold on a second.
I don't think his IRL name is Albert Hellerium, but
Yeah.
Probably not.
yeah. Um, but I DM'd him and I asked him about these accusations, and I'm like, Albert, you're in some deep shit, mate. What's going on? Now talk to me. Have a seat. What's going on here? And he said like that I'm an idiot for believing these guys, and that it's all old, and because it's old, it's irrelevant, and there's zero evidence, and that if he wanted to get evidence on me and all the other World War II leaders regarding the same accusations, like apparently I'm the same age and everyone else the same age as him, and we all did the same stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm 17, not 22. And second of all, I'm the one trying to hunt you kind of people, not trying to. How are you gonna get evidence on me doing it when I haven't? So
Yeah.
Hey, we have some new piece of information in the group chat from an announcement from Hilaria, I assume. I can read it for you if you want, since our buddy over here has posted something. I don't know where he got it from. Most likely the Hilarian Discord. But if you just look on the group chat, the second post above post above mine is the thing.
Huh.
Basically saying that the accusator, the proof is about someone else. Hilarion has had worse accusations and really get through this. It's just a simple bump in the road and they will get over it.
Well, as Alec was saying earlier, stay away from the guy. You don't want to get involved in any of his groups or anything like that. He is without a doubt a sexual offender. He's really just someone you don't want to get involved with.
it's debunked. This document is not debunked. Where's the debunk? I got blocked when I was DMing this stupid Albert guy, and he blocked me when he's like, "You're an idiot for not listening." I'm like, "Okay, well then debunk
Yeah.
it." And he didn't debunk it. He just blocked me. If this guy was
I-
innocent, he would debunk it immediately. All he does is say it's old, but there's pictures like all over the entire internet of this guy doing stuff. There's a document 40 pages long on this guy, and this guy has the audacity to say that we're ignorant and it's all fake. If it's fake, prove it's fake. Don't say it's fake and block everyone that's DMing him about it. The entire community is on this guy for what he's doing, and he has the audacity to say that he's innocent. But where is the proof? Where is the debunk? It's nowhere to be found. This guy is an idiot. He's disgusting, and he should be banned off the platform if there was an option to. I would.
Oh,
I believe you can
I-
actually get somebody banned off the platform for doing acts as he's done.
Yeah.
I think I found something.
What'd you find?
On the cadet thing, when I put on the name AlbertHellerium, an error page 404, page not found pops up. Maybe he got banned and created totally not a Rose and or Albert
Yeah, I don't know.
things.
But there's also something else about him, not just the whole predator thing, but I heard that he's anti-Semitic, that he's racist, a Nazi, all this other stuff. And I don't know much about it. And oh, so he's been deleted before, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's been deleted before, so well,
Yeah,
made
but
another account and came back. Okay.
is that for? We don't know what that's for, so we can't exactly say for certain that it was for sexual charges, but
Mm-hmm.
it most likely was.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a piece of information from let me read it. His account was terminated because Christoph, a former Hellerium, bought Robux on the Albert account and then had a dispute on the credit cards. Account terminated.
Nice. Okay. But what about his political beliefs and whatnot? Because is he also just mentally ill, or what's the issue with
Well,
him? And
to be honest, if you are if you are going for children, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 13-year-olds, doesn't matter what age they are, you are mentally ill.
yeah.
There's
Also,
no second bit about it.
No, obviously.
his
I meant his
Yeah,
political
yeah.
background. 'Cause I know people that are that hate other people for their skin or whatever. Usually just you know, because they have a big ego. They got bullied when they were younger and they bully other people. Or like, what's the deal with that? I think he just has a
Mm.
big ego. Because when I talked to him, he was
I'm
talking down to me. Is like, you're scum. You're all lesser than me. It's like, what the hell? I'm lesser than you,
I
but I have the
mean
go on.
uh I forgot what I wanted to say. Fuck. I forgot what I wanted to say. Give me a second. Oh yeah, you can continue talking. I will try to figure it out. Oh,
Okay.
okay, I got it. Yeah, like sometimes he could just snap at someone. Like from my own experience, I had pretty good relations with him when I was basically the leader of his security bureau. Then after I put his crown prince, who was definitely mentally unstable as to on a watch list and as high risk. He suddenly he suddenly snapped at me.
I see. Yeah, I've heard he snaps a lot of people. He just axles people for random reasons, and anyone not with him is against him. He copied my ideas and turned it into some radical ego moment. You know, it's like even if you're just some random ally of his, he will block me. It's like, what is his issue? I'm not even that. I have a similar policy where it's like if you're not loyal, you're better off not being in my groups. But like he takes it hardcore. He takes it really, really far. He blocks them. He does a lot more than just demoting them or whatever the hell he does. He goes,
Oh, and on his Trello there is a loyalty something. Give me a second. Let me find it, and I will read it out loud to you. So let me just find the
you know what it sounds
Hilarion.
like? It sounds like he stole my ideas and made his own thing. Because like if you look at his group symbol, it looks like the Richter line. If you look at his
Mm.
symbols, like
It's essentially the same but recoloured.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And if you look at his uniforms, those look the same uniforms TNGE used. So everything he uses is literally stolen. Even the map he has is stolen. The logos are copied off of mine but recolored. The ideas are copied off of mine but recolored, or rebranded, I suppose. Everything
Invented.
is literally copied. He has no originality. The guy is
Okay,
mentally
I
ill.
found the decree. It L01 Loyalty Act. As of January 1st, 2020, all persons within the High Command found in other genre-related nation-states, kingdoms, and empires, and are holding high offices and or high positions, and all found within foreign intelligence/security services, will be subject to removal if not given special permission. And basically goes on that you can't be in other groups as a high rank or whatever, or else you're going to be exiled.
Huh. Wow.
I can send you a screenshot of it. Give me a second. There we go. It's kind of long, but you can get a sense of his behavior and his "if you're not with me, you're against me" thing.
What I wanted to bring up was the actual effects, the emotional, psychological effects this could have on children as young as 8, 9, 10, growing
You
up
can DM me.
through.
If this guy is open-minded, he would join this GC. I can even show it in the podcast right now. If I go all the way up to the top of the group chat, and I say last chance to debunk this, he leaves the group chat. He acts like that he can debunk this. He actually acts like he can do anything he wants, but he can't. He gives this illusion, but it's... Oh, well. But he had the same... Okay. Oh, well.
Safety Jones.
Yeah. Let's see if he
Let's
joins.
let's see if he joins. I bet he leaves as soon as he sees this.
Oh, definitely.
Yep, no chance he's not leaving. I know him a bit.
Bet. And he's gonna do it on camera too. That's the best thing about it. If this guy, you know, has anything to debunk, anything to do, anything to say, he'll do it right now. But he's gonna probably
Yeah.
leave. If he doesn't leave, he gets in the GC. It's not gonna have any. It's not gonna have. He's probably just gonna say it's old or something. But we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, don't he? It's Albert, not Albert. It's not me. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
In the call, fucking retard.
Yes. And I was loyal to them for a bit. I was, but it seems like he changed after a while
Mm-hmm.
and
I mean, yeah.
became this paranoid, "you're not with me, you're against me" type of guy.
Mm-hmm. He's not joining.
Yep.
All right. Well, on to my next question. So how could this influence affect children?
Start off and think about the group itself. It has run. All its members are based upon ads.
Mm-hmm.
That at least half of them. Right?
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot of younger children. And a little kid who is barely aware of its full body can easily be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
They look up to, and they loyally follow every other of his
Yeah,
it
like
could be.
in my time in the group, especially after the 1K mark, it really seemed like there were a bunch of smaller children in the group that might actually look up to him.
Yeah. I think there are because
Well,
of set their game. I mean, they're all talking about how they had to remain loyal to their leader and their high ranks, and I'm like, what is this stuff? You know? And what happened was that they were these kids were
And
playing
she left.
around, they're acting like kids or whatever, and they were telling them they had to be more mature and act more serious for their leader or whatever they were talking about. But yeah, Albert just left the GC,
yeah.
so
Yep. Definitely open-minded. DM him, of course. He's going to listen to you, of course.
yeah,
That's definitely the type of guy that is scared to join a group chat and defend himself.
yeah.
How scared do you have to be? How guilty do you have to be to not join and to leave outright when you see it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
That's just
going
pathetic.
off Emmanuel's point from earlier, if these groups are run by ads, the majority of ads these days are usually they're kid friendly, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I've not actually seen his ads, but I presume they would be. And if you've got all the kids in this game, in this group even, kids, they're easily manipulated. And if you're like whatever the fuck rank he is, sovereign. If you're the sovereign of that group, your bairns, but kids even, are going to look up to you. They're going to be wanting ranks. So if you tell them, send me pictures,
So
they're gonna
yeah,
do it.
I definitely agree that he makes these ads just to I mean, most groups do, but he has it for an entirely different reason. He uses the platform for his own self gain. So last question. So what do you all think about his overall behavior, not just on the lower rank, but everyone in general, I suppose?
We're going to ignore the fact that he dropped out of college just for Roblox.
Oh man, that's right. He did. He's done he's done a lot of stuff. We just haven't covered it. Cause I've either
There,
forgotten or.
hey, there was a thing. The guy who added him DM'd him and said, Albert sent him at the fucking hospital, quoting him.
He's not at the hospital. That's BS.
Yeah, there's no chance. Like, right as we
Wait a second.
started,
Didn't he just
Well, I mean, you can
announce?
get him to prove it.
Yeah. Didn't he just announce that he was going to answer questions and deal with the
Yes, he did.
situation? But now he's saying he's at the hospital. What's people saying at the hospital? Oh, I'm at the hospital. I can't talk right now. That's so edgy. It's so he's so childish. That's the thing. So any other statements or questions before we conclude this? Anyone wants to add anything or anything else?
What I'd like to go over is the actual mental effects that this grooming can have on children. Yeah. I mean, he's a sexual offender. What he shouldn't be allowed on the platform. What we need to actually take action here and get him fucking kicked off the platform.
Yeah.
God knows what he's actually going to do to these children.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to get pictures of them. But is he going to go further? We don't know that. Like, I'm not sure. I've never personally met him. But going off actions of paedophiles in the past,
Yeah.
God knows what he can do. He could get their IP address. He could find their house. I'm not saying he will, but there's always a possibility with someone like this that it could happen.
Yeah.
It's be honest, it's fucking despicable. Someone like this is even allowed on the platform. But I digress.
Yeah. So with that all being said, I think we've addressed most of everything. Anything we haven't addressed, I'll either put at the end or I'll put it in between wherever I can. I'll try to edit this, but that being said, I believe that concludes this podcast. Good podcast, gentlemen. Thanks for having you on here, or coming on here rather. I guess we'll see you
A
guys next
pleasure.
time. Yep, no problem.
yeah,
But,
I wish I can help against this pathetic video.
mhm. But with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this. YouTube, thanks for watching, and please spread the word, spread anything you can to get everyone to know about this guy and what's going on here. So that being said, have a great day and farewell.